This Roblox girl apparently killed her entire family. That sounds absolutely insane. That's right, imagine you load up Roblox one day, join inside of one of your favorite games, but you don't realize you're secretly playing with a murderer. But who is she and what did she actually do? Did she go to jail or does she still play Roblox? Subscribe to join the Nick Army. This is one of the craziest Roblox video thumbnails I have ever seen. This Roblox player is insane. We're about to watch this video together and find out, is this real or is this fake? Huge shout out to Nublox. Is this the most dangerous player in Roblox history? This sounds insane. Subscribe to join the Nick Army.
Inside Roblox, there are too many dangerous players who have done some pretty dark things.
What? Who on earth is that?
Some pretty dark things. Like the player I am going to show you today, who supposedly murdered her family and her boyfriend.
Dude, what?
So be very careful.
Okay.
And well, as I had told you, in Roblox there exists a player who did some pretty dark things. And the player I am talking about is Animara 2020.
Okay, wait, let's look at this really quickly. Allie, Animara 2020. And what does this description say? Now, does this Roblox account still exist or was it permanently deleted after whatever she did? Later in the video, we're also gonna see if this was on the news or not. All right, before we continue, Animara 2020, let's look her up. Oh my gosh, there she is. Apparently, this Roblox player did some really terrible things. Okay, pause, I'm an idiot. I spelled the name wrong. I wrote Animara and it's Animara. And there she is. Oh my gosh. Dude. Okay, before we keep watching this video, let's investigate this a little bit. She joined in 2020, which obviously lines up to her username. And what is this? What does this translate to? We need to find this out. Ad friend. Her Roblox game has 24,000 visits. But first, before I even keep watching this video, I need to translate this right now. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, she's psychotic, that's for sure.
The case is told to us by a girl who doesn't give us her name. But in this video, we will call her Diana. Diana tells us that after a long day of shopping, when she got home, she decided to play some games before going to sleep.
As you do.
While she was online, she saw one of her friends was playing a game, so she decided to join her.
Okay.
But then, for some strange reason, a few minutes later her friend left, and since she had nothing else to do there, Diana also left the game. Later, she received an invitation from a user quite unknown to her named Animara 2020. Diana tells us that after receiving the constant notifications, she finally decided to click on the profile of Animara 2020. At first, it looked like a normal avatar, but then she noticed the description. It wasn't in English. It was written in Greenlandic.
Well, as we already investigated, all it says is, hello, hope you have a great day.
Language spoken in the Arctic, which made the profile feel even more cold and mysterious. The description started with a strange mix of greetings, including the Thai word for hello. But beneath that, the Greenlandic text translated to something that felt unsettling in that moment. It said, "Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day."
Why is that off-putting? What's wrong with that? I mean, obviously, now that we know what she did, it definitely sounds crazy.
On the surface, it seemed like a polite welcome.
Yeah,
But to Diana, it felt like the player had been waiting for her to click. She tried to close the window, but the invitations from Animara 2020 just kept coming. Every single second. Diana tells us that dealing with that type of people is something she really doesn't like. So just so she would stop bothering her, she joined the game. She tells us that at the start, it was a normal game. In fact, it was quite generic, full of free models. But there were some cabins with an old appearance. She says that an Animara stared at her from the beginning and told her, "Welcome to my game."
I looked at that on her profile and it literally just said Animara's place. I didn't know there was an actual game. Okay, it's time to investigate this for ourselves. Guys, here we go. Wait a second. It literally says there's blood heavy inside of this game. Okay, and just like what we heard inside of the video, there's a bunch of free models. It looks pretty normal. There's a lantern. I mean, there's an Among Us character. Okay, everything's fine. She's not inside of the game. I have nothing to worry about. Why is it getting so dark? Let me go back in the video and see what else is up.
We live our lives in a small neighborhood full of weird things. All those messages from Animara were put with a happy face, so it started to seem quite weird to her. Diana says she simply responded with an "okay," to which a few seconds later, Animara told her, "Feel free to explore the map, and also, Don't worry about the weird things. I tried to make it look like my neighborhood.
Guys, I'm low-key nervous. I'm gonna go back in the game and she's gonna be standing right behind me. Actually, I'm gonna go check right now. Nope, it's just me.
Diana listened to her, so she started to explore the map.
Dude,
While she was walking through the map, she said she found something very weird. On a hill, there was a sign that said, Anamara 2020 did it.
Dude.
She kept walking through that place and says there was another sign that said, the creation of Anamara 2020.
Okay, I need to go investigate this for myself. Apparently, it's on this mountain, and we're gonna see exactly what is on Anamara's mountain right here. Dude! Holy, Anamara 2020 did it. This is insane, dude. Dude. Guys, she's standing right there. Oh my gosh, should I go down or should I keep watching? I think I'm gonna keep watching.
Behind that sign, she says there was a giant and creepy spider, and it was stalking the avatar of Anamara 2020. She moved away from that,
Dude,
honestly,
what?
because it was giving her fear, and she decided to check other places on the map. So, after a long walk, she came across a dark cave. When she entered, she says there were some arrows indicating a path to follow. At the end, there was a chest, and out of curiosity, she opened it and says she found the avatar of Anamara 2020 inside, and that it then exploded.
What?
Quite weird, honestly.
Yeah, it is!
After that, Anamara 2020, who was in the game with Diana, said she had to leave. So, after she left, Diana also logged out. Honestly, she tried to forget everything that happened in the game before going to sleep.
Guys, do I want to go down to this avatar? Do I want to speak to her? I hope this is just a free model. I hope she's not actually inside of the game, because we're still about to learn exactly what Anamara 2020 did, because I honestly don't even know. She is literally standing right here and she looks shocked about something. Dude, this is the creepiest sign ever, dude.
A few weeks later, this is where the dark stuff starts. Anamara asked her to play with her again, but when Diana joined the game, she noticed it had been updated. Inside the game, Anamara 2020 was staring at her. She didn't say anything or ask any questions, but she kept staring at her. A few seconds passed, and the game elements disappeared.
Dude.
For some strange reason, the game seemed to reload, but now there were some skeletons and a vase full of roses between two of them at the top of each cabin in the game. This time, she tried to stay as far away as possible from the caves, but Anamara 2020 kept staring at her without saying a single word. Diana decided to ask her if everything was okay, and as a response,
excuse me, did anyone notice the commentator's voice just change?
Screen started to flash red,
Not gonna
and
worry
the
about it.
username of Anamara 2020 appeared on the screen. And then a message appeared that said, check the houses.
Guys, subscribe and join the
Diana
Army,
went
by
to
the
check
way.
them. She says it was a house based on nature. It was
nice.
full of flowers and you could
Great.
barely see where you were going. She says that suddenly, something loud and disturbing started to sound. She says it sounded so loud to the point of hurting her ears. So she tried to turn down the volume, but every time she turned down the volume, a jump scare appeared on her screen.
Okay.
Diana didn't know what to do and decided to leave the game,
Guys.
which she says was her biggest mistake.
Yo, I don't know why I'm even playing this game right now. I mean, everything seems completely fine here. Nothing to worry about, right? Whatever, it's fine.
She says that Anamara realized she left the game, so she started to spam her again. She told her, "Where are you? Why did you leave my game? Why did you go? I know you haven't seen all the houses yet, so join me.
Dude.
Forgive me if you got scared by the bodies of my dad, my mom, my boyfriend, and my friend. It's just that I want to recreate what happened in my neighborhood. Please join me." Diana simply didn't respond to this, and she was quite scared. Anamara kept sending her messages, but it reached a point where it stopped, and she disconnected.
Yeah, okay.
Diana says she has not communicated with her after what happened. Well, people, this is supposedly the profile of Anamara, or well, Aninamara 2020.
Yeah, you spelled
I
it
think
wrong.
in this whole video we were just saying Anamara. As I
was
mentioned
I.
earlier, Diana noticed something very specific about Aninamara 2020's profile. While many thought the
Anamara 2020.
were just random letters, it actually contained a message in Greenlandic, a language rarely seen on Roblox, which translates to, Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you already said that.
But what makes this even more unsettling is appearance. For some reason, Aninamara 2020 is dressed in a very specific Christian-themed style.
Okay.
She is wearing a pink bandage and a hair accessory that reads, "Jesus is my savior." It's a strange and holy contrast for a player who is rumored to have done such dark and terrible things.
Dude.
Why would a supposed murderer hide behind a religious persona? Is it a disguise? Or is she seeking forgiveness for the crimes she committed against her own family?
I have an idea. I'm gonna go to this site right here that I can see the last time someone was online Roblox. All right, if I just scroll that, last seen online 2 years ago? When did this crime happen?
Started on November 29th, 2020, and supposedly the game where everything happened was in this one right here.
And supposedly Aninamara in her game gives us the representation of what happened in her real life, or that she murdered her family and her boyfriend, or that they died on their own. This whole case,
yeah, what happened to her?
honestly, she disappeared.
What?
She never told us anything again, and this case was documented more than 2 years ago. What could have happened to Diana?
Dude!
But well, guys,
That makes sense because of what I just saw. They just said 2 years ago, boom, last seen online 2 years ago. And then wait, I have an idea. If we go to her creations right now, when was the last time it was updated? Oh my gosh. Wait, this was last updated 3 years ago. I'm so confused. I have no idea what to think. Comment down below, is this fake or real? Subscribe for more.